If you have seen my previous video about AX, you would know that it was me talking about my week volunteering at AX. This video will be somewhat similar in the same vein, however, I'll be experimenting with a new format, having it be a mixture of vlogs and commentary. I'll be commentating over these footages, but in the cases where I talk in them, I'll let them hold the reins. Also, if you haven't seen the previous video, I would suggest you check it out, primarily the application process section and the afterthought sections for those who are curious about applying. With this one specifically, I'll be engaging more into the aspects of volunteering, the pros, the cons, the why would you want to or not want to volunteer. And while I have said the benefits in the previous video, I feel like with an extra year under my belt, I have had more things to process about it itself. Since the footage is still in day 0 though, we can talk about the dorming or commuting. If you didn't know, AX usually offers free dorming or free parking passes for those who volunteer. As such, I had chosen to take the free parking pass last year and commuted there because the convention was relatively near to where I live. This year though, I switched things up, taking the dorming route instead. The general game plan for dorming is usually to find someone to pair up with, and then plan to register under a specific room when the listings are open. You will more likely than not have to pick between either a triple or a double, so make do with that given info. Initially, I was going to go get a triple with 2 other volunteers, however I got placed in a double instead, though it seems like it was more like a stroke of luck more than anything. That said, between the 2 choices, I would say that dorming is the better of the 2 options. With dorming, I don't really have to wake up to account for commuting to the shuttle area, where I can just wake up and walk there. Not only is it efficient on gas, but it's also generally safer for me and those who are driving along the freeway. However, the caveat is that dorming is, well, dorming. If you don't particularly miss the college dorm experience of the shower stalls and the possible snoring, that's the one time I'd advise against dorming. Okay, well, it's 8:35 now. I just took a shower, as you can see. My hair is kind of wet. I'll probably just use my towel, dry it later. But, well, I feel better now, I guess. I would say that. There doesn't seem to be anyone in this floor for some reason. I'm assuming they'll probably all come in later. My roommate hasn't arrived yet. I don't know if I'll have a roommate. I'm gonna assume we do. I don't think AX is gonna be that I feel I feel like they're gonna be tight with their money, so they're gonna probably put in a roommate. But we'll see. If not, I mean, that's chill for me. I'll take it. And yeah, I guess after this I'll probably iron my Ocelot clothes and day 1 will begin. I'm walking right now, but I don't think the cosplay boots were the right choice. I'm kind of feeling it already. It's not even the day hasn't even started. The line looks kind of, oh, it's clear right now. Never mind, it's kind of cooked over there. Jesus Christ. Well, off to day 1 then. I guess on the theme of what AX offers you, I am going to talk about the food. I've shown you images of what the food looks like in the previous video, and this year it didn't change much. So one benefit of AX is how they provide lunch and dinner for you on all the days you volunteer, starting from day -1 all the way to day 4. One con I would say about the food is how the choice of protein is just chicken. This may vary each year, but based on the past 2 years, it's been the same, and let's just say I wasn't that ecstatic about having chicken by day 3. However, they also do provide a vegan option, and I gotta say, it is quite pleasantly surprising how good it is. Honestly, even though the chicken is a tad much, I really appreciate the free food because I don't have to worry about purchasing food at AX or prepping food myself. One last segment on the AX freebies are the goodies. I'll probably include it here because I took pictures of the merch anyways. From what I've noticed in the 2 years of volunteering, their freebies usually consist of a pin, water bottle, a shirt, or I guess a happy coat for these past 2 years, a bag, and a miscellaneous item. I personally don't have much use for most of them, so I just display them. However, the bags they've given out have been quite nice in terms of quality, and they've practically become items I've taken with me a lot when going outside.
Yeah, I'm just really so thankful for this.
I'd probably stick them on, huh?
Dude, I don't want Dr. Ratio. What the? Oh, look, even he's giving the glare, bro. Oh my god.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
I'll be using this.
So, day one just finished. I would say it went pretty well, actually. Like, it felt different than last year. It felt like more better, easier. Not much people came in, but tomorrow I think I'll be in a more crowded location, so we'll probably have to see. And it seems to me that I don't actually have a roommate, so vibes. Alright, well now just shower, go sleep for the next day. See ya. Okay, here's a mini piece of filler before the actual pros and cons, which is the behind the scenes of the convention. If you were interested in how logistics work or the preparation before it officially opens, whether it be from like day -1 or day 0, it's cool to volunteer because you can walk around and see what's happening. However, volunteers are restricted from like entering a good chunk of locations because it's under, you know, construction, preparation, whatever. So it's not quite a full experience. Now for the real meat of the video. I don't think I'll be able to segment them, so please do bear with me when I mix some of the pros and cons and other topics together. I'll start with the biggest one first, which is the workload. If you notice from the website, it says you have to be committed to at least like 40 hours minimum. And as a volunteer, I can say that yes, it's true. It's at least 40 hours of volunteering. Just to be clear though, it isn't all high energy consumption throughout like all 4 days, as there are indeed downtimes as the day progresses. However, you are going to be stuck at your post until your shift ends, so don't go off somewhere because there's no work to do. As most of my friends say, volunteering at AX is equivalent to just getting an actual job or slavery. And yeah, I agree for the most part. Not the slavery part though. But when you consider the free merch, free housing, 2 meals a day, and 2 badges, you could have just gotten a part-time job to cover that and it'd be roughly the same. These factors can be seen as either a pro or a con depending on a person, so I'm just going to advise you to weigh these on your own terms. Another factor to consider when volunteering though are the shift times. Speaking from weapons policy primarily, there is an early shift and a late shift, and both of them can have their own quirks. With the early shift, you can get everything out of the way quick and have the rest of the con to do whatever. However, if you have attended Anime Expo, you would know that there are many big events that also occur in the morning, whether it be just like influencers or panels. So I would say that if you're the type of person who's not quite missing out on those, maybe early shift is not the right choice.
Oh, look at that. Oh, let me go.
this would be where the late shift comes in. As suggested by the title, this shift starts later, and because of that, you have a bit more leeway to do stuff in the morning. So for AX this year, the convention opens up entrance at 8, but the primary halls open at 9, right? Like entertainment and exhibit. Well, similar to artists, exhibitors, guests, etc., volunteers can enter the lobbies early. As such, that means you could just wait there and be one of the first to enter the halls and do whatever shopping spree or scavenger hunt you want to do first. However, the caveat to this is, well, by the time your shift ends, the only thing that's open left is the entertainment hall. And as such, I think I'm going to segment into my last big factor on volunteering, and it's time. Last year, I volunteered at Anime Expo because I wanted to know what it was like. There wasn't really anything that deeply interfered with my schedule, and as a result, I was able to have a fun time. This year, they introduced more things that I was interested in which to say was primarily the Blue Archive that got me. Additionally, I upped my cosplaying. So aside from just wanting to take pictures of cosplayers, I also wanted to take pictures of my own cosplay. However, volunteering didn't really allow that to happen as much as I hoped. Most people don't stay at AX for the whole day. Most people have panels to go to at AX. Most people just have things in general to do. And as a result, I felt a bit lonely after my shifts. I'm not trying to say anything about my friends because everyone who found the time to hang out with me and follow my silly requests are amazing people, and I couldn't have asked for more from them. It's just, yeah, I feel like one of the main deal breakers for volunteering would be having someone with you. I mean, even though I explored and did a lot of things while I was alone, there were also some other stuff that I just couldn't do. Either way, I hope this doesn't dissuade you from volunteering at AX because, let me be clear, this video was only to inform you a bit more about volunteering. From a single volunteer, by the way. I believed my last video on it was a bit disingenuous for what the title was labeled, so I'm making a variant that gives like a bit more information. I just finished it. I just finished the tube out concert. Pretty fire, I guess. Oh, I think my voice is kind of dead though, so it's cooked. It's quite cooked. Dude, I just gambled, and I got these two, bro. Oh, they're so goated. I genuinely love volunteering. Helping out the anime community is something that I love to do because of how much they have provided in my life. But not only that, it's just so cool being in weapons policy and watching each cosplayer come up because you can tell that they worked hard on their prop and their cosplay. It's an amazing feeling to have, especially when you take part in the community yourself. Look, you don't have to volunteer at AX. If you do, awesome. If you don't, that's alright. There are other conventions or just other organizations in general you can always choose to volunteer at. Volunteering is a thing you don't do because of the benefits, but because you want to do it. I'm saying this because, quite frankly, I'm a college student. I have the free time to do these type of stuff during summer. If you have the spare time to do it, if you have nothing to do during that period, go for it. Set the seas ablaze. Okay, well, I guess I'm done here. It's basically the end of the con now. It's past 4, almost hitting 5. And yeah. No, there's still a decent amount of people. It's starting to go down though. I'm assuming most shops have closed. exhibit hall, entertainment, and whatnot. And I'll be heading back home soon, too. Yep.